you can be passionate about something, but it's not enough to sort of like carry you through doing it for like the rest of your life. So like, there's sort of a big announcement that I want to make today, which is that, like I said, I've been doing a lot of work on my career and sort of trying to figure out like what I want to do. And I've been listening to a lot of like books on career and stuff. And one of the like quotes in one of the books that I read that really stood out to me was, you shouldn't follow your passion. You should follow who you are. And that sounds sort of like hippy-dippy and like, what does that mean? But basically the idea is that like you can be passionate about something, but it's not enough to sort of like carry you through doing it for like the rest of your life. So like a good example of this is like, you might be really passionate about pizza, but that doesn't mean that like you should go and make pizzas for a living. Or like you might be, you know, like in my case, like I'm really passionate about content creation, but I wouldn't want to do it as a career. Like the way to sort of find what would be good for you as a career is you sort of examine like a bunch of core things. So you examine like your core values, your core interests, your core skill set, and from that you sort of like make a list of what careers fit those sort of core things. And then like given the different core things, so like you look at your core skill set and you're like, okay, what jobs fit in with that core skill set? And then you look at your core values and you're like, okay, what can I cross off the list from that doesn't fit in with my values? So like if you really like debate but you don't like lying, you might not want to be a lawyer, you know? Or like certain types of lawyers or whatever. And what I keep coming back to is that I feel like I should be a therapist of some kind or like a life coach of some kind. It just seems correct. So, that being said, I'm going to start private Tentacle Tantra sessions. So nothing about the Tentacle Tantras as they are is going to change. I will still like see people for free, and we'll like record it for YouTube and like you know like post up the video on YouTube and like post it for the podcast. But if you do a free Tentacle Tantra with me and you're like, wow, this really benefited me a lot, I think that I could get more benefit out of this, I'm going to start offering paid sessions privately where we can see each other regularly, and we can like get deeper into what we're working on. Because one of the big things about there's a couple of advantages and a couple of disadvantages to like working publicly. The first one, the first one that is an advantage is like, not only am I helping the person that I'm talking to, but I'm also helping the people that watch the video. And then, but one of the big disadvantages is that because it's public, we get like there's a limit in how vulnerable people can be, right? Like not everyone is going to want to like show like the deepest, darkest parts of themselves publicly on video. The other thing that I want people to keep in mind is that if you're not comfortable doing a public Tentacle Tantra at all, that's totally okay. You can like, you don't have to do a public Tentacle Tantra to jump into the private Tentacle Tantra. You're more than welcome to sign up for a private Tentacle Tantra regardless. But you can get like a sample free experience, so to speak, from the public Tentacle Tantra if you want. So that being said, I'm really dedicated to providing this value and service to everyone that seeks it out. Like anyone that wants my help, I really want to be able to provide it to them. And therefore, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask that those that can contribute $40 for a session, okay? And that way, for those that cannot contribute $40 for a session, I can still see them and I can still help them, and we can work out what they can afford.